now. I checked like a minute ago.
Good morning. Please rise and bow your spirit and join us in singing when the Spirit says do. You got to do when the Spirit says do. You got to do when the Spirit says do. When the Spirit says do, you got to do, oh Lord, you got to do when the Spirit says do. You got to sing when the Spirit says sing. You got to sing when the Spirit says sing. When the Spirit says sing, you got to sing, oh Lord. You got to sing when the Spirit says sing. You got to dance when the Spirit says dance. You got to dance when the Spirit says dance. When the Spirit says dance, you got to dance, oh Lord. You got to dance when the Spirit says dance. You got to laugh when the Spirit says laugh. You gotta laugh when the Spirit says laugh. When the Spirit says laugh, you got to laugh, oh Lord. You got to laugh when the Spirit says laugh. Trumpet! You gotta shout when the Spirit says shout. You gotta shout when the Spirit says shout. When the Spirit says shout, you got to shout, oh Lord. You got to shout when the Spirit says shout. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. When the Spirit says do, you got to do, oh Lord. You got to do when the Spirit says do. Please be seated.
Good morning. Good morning. For louder activities, we have a nursery just outside the corner entrance to the sanctuary. We also have a comfort room accessible through the back hallway from which you can hear and see the service. Just a gentle reminder to everyone, please be sure to silence your cell phones and other electronic devices so that we can enjoy this service uninterrupted by any buzzing or ringing. Today's sermon is titled, Bending the Road, Bending the Arc. As we engage in discernment about next steps for Sunnyhill's Be the Future capital project, we will focus on how we live into two key aspects of our mission, creating compassion and creating justice. How do we go about living into these aspirations? Our opening words were written by Marnie Harmony. We, whose journeys are always beginning, we whose mission always awaits us, we whose visions are bent on loving, we gather together here. We gather as a community drawn together out of common need, each toting our own carpet bag of treasures and dreams. We gather together seeking meaning, yearning to understand life in all its dimensions, as it challenges and expands, as it burdens, as it consoles and heals. We gather together with questions, the kinds of questions that provoke us to the path of action. We gather with hope, the kind of hope that pulses on through uncertainty. We gather with tenderness, the kind of tenderness that can only be born from knowing human capabilities as well as human imperfections. We gather wanting certainty and having none, but we are wakeful to possibilities as we seek discernment and gentle judgment. We gather, then, unbounded but close. Please join me in saying the word.
Got all the joy, all that we need to change the world. Hallelujah. We got all the joy, all that we need the soul. We got all the soul, all that we need to change the world. Hallelujah. We got all the soul, all that we need. Blessed be. We got all the love. We got all the love, all that we need to change the world. Hallelujah. We got all the love, all that we need. Blessed be. One more time. We got all the love, all that we need to change the world. Hallelujah. We got all the love, all that we need. Blessed be. Please be seated.
Morning, everybody. Exciting morning here at Sunnyhill. I'm Bethany Thornton, and I serve as the membership director here at Sunnyhill, and today we have the joy of welcoming new members into our community. I'd like to invite you to come forward now.
And while all of these folks gather up on stage, we're also going to invite our children to come up, and instead of sitting on the stage today, we're going to sit on the ground right up here. So at this time, all the kiddos that want to come up are going to sit right up here at the front.
All right, I'm going to give everybody a quick introduction of everybody standing up here on the stage this morning. Their full bios are out in Fellowship Hall on the board if you want to check them out afterwards. So first we have Cameron Flick and Emmy Romig and their daughter Luna. And Cameron and Emmy look forward to getting to know everyone and becoming a part of the Sunnyhill community. Next we have Susan Bailey. And Susan is looking forward to becoming a part of a community with shared values, social and racial justice, along with care for the global environment and our country's involvement with other countries. Next, who's there? Okay, Terry. We have Terry Deal and our kiddos, Charlie and Benji. And Terry looks forward to getting more involved in social justice work and watching Benji and Charlie grow through RE in a place that truly reflects their family's values. Next, we have Leanna Hergen-Reeder and her daughter Luna. And Leanna looks forward to joining a wonderful community of people that want to be of service to others, especially the marginalized, and make humanity more loving and just. Next, we have Karen Reifer and Laverne Conley. Karen finds it refreshing and replenishing to be a part of this community, finding common interests and concerns during these times that threaten our personal, national, and global values. I should have said Karen and Laverne, sorry. And then we have William and Julia Putnam and their kiddos, Forrest and Graham, smiling for us. We practiced that before service. Good job, guys. Julia is looking forward to her family joining a community of people who are loving and accepting and to giving back what she can in return. She also looks forward to continuing to build further connections as she reestablishes herself in Pittsburgh after not living here for 14 years. And William is looking forward to being part of a welcoming community and taking advantage of the opportunities to learn and grow as humans. And I think I got everybody, right? Okay.
Today we welcome into our congregation these new members who have chosen to become part of this church. New members, we're so glad that you've decided to join us and share this part of your journey with us. I ask you, will you accept our gifts of fellowship, mutual support, and service? Will you offer us your unique presence and gifts? And will you work with us as we seek to create a community and a world dedicated to compassion and justice? If so, please say, "We will."
Congregation, will you welcome these new members with the warmth and comfort of your fellowship? Will you seek to add your strengths